Hey, board game fans, got another quick and easy game for you to play, or at least to look at me play. This is Star Realms. This is another there's a physical version of this game. It's basically just buying the card deck and expansion cards. There's lots and lots of expansions in this game. I really recommend you play the app. I think the base game is actually free unless you want to have access to the play online feature. In which case it's a nominal fee. It's not exactly a game breaker, but the game does have lots and lots and lots and lots of expansions that are available on it. Let me see if I can find those. Let's see, where are those located at? Must be in how to play. The card gallery. No, that's just the card gallery. Actually, I don't know. I can just go into a new game. I'm going to play versus an AI, and look at all these expansions. Most of these I think cost like $2.99, and you get a bunch of cards. It's a bunch of cards. It's not like a whole deck or anything, but it's a bunch of cards that expands the game nicely. Some of them just add stuff to the decks. Other ones add like special people, like heroes, missions. Some of them are very, very different, and if you choose not to play with them, that's fine. It'll give you a different playing experience, though. This is a game that's designed to be played two-player head-to-head. It's you attacking your opponent and them attacking you. It's a deck builder, so it's all about building up your money so you can buy new cards, and your attack points to hit your opponent. Rinse, repeat. By continually buying newer and better cards from the array, you're going to make your deck more potent and more powerful. I honestly don't know how well I'm going to do against an AI. I've played, some of them I just destroy them, and other times I get destroyed. They actually got the first turn. That doesn't always happen. Okay, we're playing with missions. These are my missions. It'll go away pretty quickly. Now I can actually look at them. Okay, so here's our 3 missions. Basically, you win the game if you take your opponent's life, or whatever it's called, command points. I look at it as life. They have 50 and you had 50. Well, he already hit me for 2. You take your opponent down to 0, you win. Okay, that's one way to win. But they added missions to the game now. It's one of the expansions. And so the other way you can win is by completing all 3 of your missions. Your missions are different than your opponent's, so they're trying to get a different set of them. Colonize. Have 2 or more bases of the same faction in play. This is a game that has 4 different factions. If you've ever played Magic the Gathering, you know that there are 5 different core colors in the game. Think of them as that. They're thematically very different. The kinds of mechanics that each of the 4 colors have are different. So this is saying we want 2 bases from the same faction. To complete Diversify, you need to be able to, in a single turn, gain 3 life or 3 command points, do 5 damage, and gain 4 gold or wealth or coins or whatever that is, space bucks, whatever you want to call it, in 1 turn. And lastly, to have a Star Empire ship and a Star Empire base in play at the same time. So because this is Star Empire, I should probably try to get Star Empire bases too. So the 4 colors are yellow, which is the Star Empire, blue, which is the Trade Federation, green, which are the blobs, I like the blobs, they're my favorite, and then there's red, which are the machine cults, which are largely just very destructive, warlike ships. The idea behind this is that you're in some kind of an intergalactic civil war, blah, blah, blah. You're trying to create ships. You're going to choose ships of different colors. Eventually, because I'm using some expansions that have added split cards that are both 2 different factions. You also start with a couple of gambits in play. At any time during the game, or on your turn anyway, you can go ahead and use these. That's all they're out here for. I can scrap this, which means destroy it, to draw 2 cards. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I can scrap this to get rid of 2 cards in my hand, to scrap 2 cards in my hand. It's a little too early to do that. I'm going to go ahead and put all my cards into play. That gives me 6 buying power and 1 attack strength. I'm going to go ahead and attack him for 1. This is where I got kind of to decide what I want to build up to. There's no Star Empire cards out there. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this 1 solar skiff because it only costs 1. The cost of the card is in the upper right hand corner. and that includes these that are turned sideways. It would be that number. This is just the color, and the other symbol just tells you what their color is, but that's pretty obvious. The whole card is colored. That's the symbol of Blob. That's the symbol of the Trade Federation. The abilities go like this. So this card, when it comes up into play, so after I get it shuffled back into my library or my deck and I draw it and play it, it'll give me 2 buying power. If I have another blue card, whether it's another ship or another base, that's what these are, then it'll trigger this second ability. That's why the symbol is in that second row. The bottom one is just flavor text. This one has flavor text as well. Likewise, this one, the Plasma Bot. When the Plasma Bot comes in, it's going to do 3 damage, 3 attack strength, and it's going to give a special ability. And if there's another red card out there, another Machine Cult card, then it'll also trigger this second ability. That's essentially the way the game works. You're just constantly gaining new cards, and once they come up and come into play, then you can utilize them. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the Solar Skiff, putting it in my discard pile. That's the card I needed. Why couldn't that card been up there? Star Empire base. That's exactly what I needed. The Royal Redoubt. Well, I'll go ahead and take this base. Bases can protect me from damage. I don't have anything in my hand, so I'm going to go ahead and pass my turn. No, he's picking up Star Empire cards. No, no, no. Those are mine. I haven't decided whether I want to use this card or not. 5. So when I buy this card, it has a special ability that says when you buy it, if you have played a Trade Federation card this turn, which I have, I can put this card directly into my hand. So that's fantastic. I'll go ahead and buy that. Now I can play it. Okay, so that healed me up some. It also gave me more attack strength, so I might as well go ahead and play that too. 4 damage. I still got 4 more buying power, so I'm going to go ahead and buy this Light Cruiser because it's a Star Empire card. And there's another Star Empire base. And we're good to go. Okay, so I didn't explain this, but these are the 5 cards that are in the market, if you will, that we're able to buy. It should have been self-explanatory. Over here in this stack are Explorer cards. They don't have they're not tied to any particular faction. All they do is provide 2 buying power, and then you can scrap them to get 2 attack strength. They're basically disposable cards, and they always cost 2. So if you can't buy anything else and you have 2 buying power left, you can always pick up an Explorer card. They're better than Scouts, because see, Scouts are only worth 1 buying power. They kind of gum up your deck because they don't do a whole lot. Okay, so I'm putting this base in play. Whenever you scrap a card from your hand or discard pile, you gain 2 attack strength. And if you have another red card in play, you can also scrap a card from your hand for free. And if you have 2 other red cards, you can scrap a card from your discard pile. That's pretty good if you're into the Machine Cult. So I'm going to go ahead and play all 4 of those, and I need this base. I really want to pick up this mining mech because it would trigger that ability when it comes into play, but we need the bases to get my victory points, my objectives. Yeah, I don't think we're going to take him down to 0 life. I think we're really going to race to the end and try to complete these objectives. Okay, here's a card that is both the Blob and Star Empire. It counts for both. When it comes into play, it's going to have 3 attack strength, which is something that a lot of the Blob cards had. And if you have either a Blob card or a Star Empire card in play, then it'll also allow you to draw a card. Pretty good card. There's my base. There's that. The ship. So that completes that objective. That's 1 of our 3. It also gave us 3 attack strength and draw a card, so that's fantastic. And we could discard up to 2 cards and draw that many. Or I can get another buying power. We'll get another buying power. I really want this mech. And I guess we might as well throw that out there too. And hit him for 10. Watch this. That wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be. Some of them, they zoom in on it. It's like really big hits. Okay, that's it. I think we're going to win this. Unless they go on a binge where they draw and force me to discard a bunch. And they just did. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Discard 2, draw 2. We're going to play all 3 of those. We're going to get our second Star Empire base. Still got 2 buying power. We're not really into the blob. Oh, here's another one. This one is Blob and Machine Cult. The exchange point. Where technology and the bio blobs meet up. I'm going to go ahead and take an Explorer. It's worth 2. And done. Oh, wait. 3 damage. And done. See, he's got to go through my ship. He had to destroy it. If he wanted to hurt me, he had to destroy it. I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and scrap 2 cards in my hand. And I'm going to go ahead and play the other 3. I'm trying to thin my deck down so my good cards come up more frequently. Yeah, I'm going to need a Trade Federation base to trigger that ability. Should have looked at that before I bought it. I bought it because it had good abilities, not because it had that specific ability. Hey, there's a Trade Federation base. Just play them all. Alright, we're going to get that Trade Federation base purchased. And we don't... Okay, we have 4 attack strength, but he's got this fighter base, which has a shield value of 5. We can't attack our enemy until we destroy this base. That's why he had to destroy ours as well. See, we have a base that has a defensive value of 6. Not every base has that. These ones that are silver, they can be ignored. You don't have to fight them. But the ones that are black, they have to be defeated before you can attack your enemy. Alright, we're going to have a big turn. Alright, he completed one of his objectives. Similar to ours. Oh, he just destroyed Trade Row. I like it. I like what's up there. Uh-oh, an event. Each player draws 3, then puts 2 something or other. I missed what the rest of it was. Ah, destroyed my base again. I need those bases to stay out there. Put 2 on top of your deck. Alright, well that's fine, and that's fine. We'll just get rid of our 2 Vipers. Oh, 2 of the ones we... let's see. Target opponent discards a card. I kind of like that. I want to slow down my opponent, so I'm going to go ahead and select those 2 to put back on my deck. Forcing him to discard a card. Now we get some nasty red triggers. Scrap a card from my hand or discard. Well, I don't have a discard pile, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that Viper. I'll go ahead and get rid of that Scout too. We have a buying power of 4. We're going to destroy that. We're going to destroy that. We're going to do 3 more damage to him. We're going to pick up this Federal Transport. And we're going to pick up an Explorer. And turn. He's playing with 1 fewer card. Oh, another event. Why does he keep drawing these? Each player may look at the top 4. I wish they'd leave that out until I actually get a chance to read it. And another event. Each player draw. And another event. So everybody gets 7 life. We get all extra cards. This is fantastic. I didn't even get a chance to read it all, so I'm just going to have to wait and see what it is. Oh, he's going to hit me for 10. Okay, my turn. I have to discard 3 cards. Okay, that's fine. Then I draw 4 cards. Select 4 cards to place on top of your deck. The rest will be discarded. Up to 4 of the ones we just drew. It's not going to discard those. Oh. Okay, so I'm selecting 2 cards to put on top of my deck. And those 2 scouts will be discarded. And then I draw 2 cards. Now we're going to get these things in play. Now we're going to get that. Now we're going to get that. And that completes this. Because in a single turn, we got 4, 5, and 3. Now, our reward was to either get 4, 5, or 6. Alright, 4 purchase power would be good. We're already well above him in life, so I'm not worried about the last one. And I usually don't care about direct damage, so let's go with purchase power. Okay, that'll let us get 5 and 4. We're good doubling down on the Star League stuff. In this, I can either gain 3 life or command points, or I can increase my damage capacity. 3 of one or 2 of the other. Fine, we're back up to 52. We're going to do 8 damage. End of turn. And that thing ended up back in my hand, so I triggered its special ability. During the discard phase, if you have a Trade Federation base in play, set this card aside. At the end of the draw phase, return it to your hand. That's why it's in my hand again. Too bad I don't... Oh, I do still have a base. Cha-ching. Another base. Can discard 2, then draw them. Yep, that's what I want. I want to get rid of those 2. To draw 2 more cards. Ah, here we go. Red and red. I want to scrap some cards from my discard pile. I don't want to scrap a card from my hand, unfortunately. Get some more command points back up. I want to go ahead and play both of these to get the buying power. Up to 9. Yeah, we'll buy that for 5. 7. 9. Because I don't want to gum my deck up, I'm going to go ahead and scrap both of those. We'll do 11 points of damage. I am really kicking his butt right now. Once again, returns to my hand. If he doesn't get rid of this thing, this is just going to bounce back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And that's exactly what I just did. I mean, we're just rolling right now. Everything is triggering everything. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Everything is just rolling. Draw a card, then discard a card. Put it in play. This is just freaking crazy. All I need is to have 2 or more bases of the same faction. Right now I'd have 2 different factions. I'm going to discard 2. Draw 2. Scrap my scout. Trying to look for anything else that has special abilities I can trigger. Scrap that. Okay, I'm going to buy 18 worth of cards. Let's take another red base. Oh, I could get a War Elder. War Elder. It only costs 1. 6 for the flagship. Border Fort for 4. I'm really going in on the bases. Oh, I'm down to either buying a 2 for an Explorer or... I want the War Elder. He goes right into play. I can scrap him, and until the end of the turn, you may use your red ally abilities to scrap cards from your hand. Oh, I don't have a hand. Oh! That was an accident. Oh well. Guess what, though? I just jacked myself up to 21 damage, and he's only got 20 life. Game over! That was a butt kicking. That was an absolute butt kicking. I wish all games were that easy. I'm glad I actually won one. I've been losing games lately. And it took less than a half hour to play, so that was my play of Star Realms, available on Steam for a really, really affordable price. You can also get Hero Realms. I'm going to post a game of that, but I've only played a few games of it, so it basically plays the same as this. It's just set in a fantasy world instead of a sci-fi space battle world. Anyway, that's my gameplay of Star Realms. Hope you guys enjoyed it.